something's going unusually wrong at NASA. Their main website went dark, with no updates, no explanations, right after a strange set of images leaked online. The photos? They weren't from an Earth telescope or a deep space probe. They came from Mars. And in those images, barely visible but unmistakable, was a glimmer of something extraordinary. 3I Atlas, the mysterious interstellar visitor that just made its closest pass near the red planet. Within hours of the leak, NASA's servers went offline. Officially, they blamed a federal shutdown. But the timing was too perfect. Right as the world's most advanced space agency was about to release new data on an object defying every known law of physics, silence. So, what was in those images? And why would NASA pull the plug on itself the moment they surfaced? Let's rewind. October 3rd, 2025. Mars is glowing bright in the night sky, and about 18 million miles away, closer than any interstellar object has ever come, 3I Atlas swings past at breathtaking speed. Every major observatory in the solar system was waiting for this. NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, Europe's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter, and Mars Express all perfectly aligned at a cosmic red carpet event. This was humanity's chance to capture the clearest images ever of something not from this solar system. But right when the data should have started streaming in, NASA's main site went dark. No telemetry reports, just a government notice. Due to the lapse in federal funding, this website is not being updated. 15,000 employees sent home. A silence so sudden it felt planned. Meanwhile, amateur astronomers already scraping public databases spotted something NASA didn't delete in time: raw image packets from Mars. And when they stacked the frames together, a faint object appeared exactly where 3I Atlas was predicted to be: a pale, shimmering streak, too small to identify, yet too bright to ignore. Let's talk about this thing. 3I Atlas isn't just another space rock, it's the third interstellar visitor ever detected, after Oumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019. But unlike those, this one breaks every rule. It glows green, but without the carbon molecules that normally cause comets to do so. It contains more nickel than iron, something completely backwards from how stars and planets form, and its path through space? Perfectly straight, no wobble, no jets of gas pushing it around, nothing. It's like watching a leaf drift through a hurricane without moving. At first, astronomers thought it was a massive comet, maybe 1,000 feet long. Then, new data came in. Try 3 miles. That makes it bigger than Mount Everest, and possibly 1,000 times more massive than both of our previous interstellar visitors combined. Even Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, the man who suggested Oumuamua might have been artificial, admitted, "Statistically, we should have seen dozens of smaller ones before something this large. The odds don't make sense." Most comets turn green when sunlight reacts with diatomic carbon C2, but spectroscopy confirmed 3I Atlas doesn't have any. None. So why is it glowing? Instead of carbon, its tail is loaded with carbon dioxide and almost no water ice. That's the reverse of every normal comet we've ever studied. To put it simply, this thing is running on the wrong fuel. If a normal comet is a car burning gasoline, 3I Atlas is somehow accelerating using orange juice. And then there's the nickel. It's spewing metallic nickel into space, way too far from the sun for that to happen naturally. Even when it was still beyond the orbit of Mars, spectral readings showed heavy metal emissions that shouldn't exist at those temperatures. Some scientists compared its chemical output to rocket exhaust, nickel-rich alloys burning hot, releasing both CO2 and trace metals. That same combination, nickel vapor and carbon dioxide, is literally what you'd expect from an engine nozzle, not a comet tail. Others noticed short, rhythmic bursts in its brightness, like controlled pulses rather than chaotic outgassing. Each one lasted precisely 19 minutes apart. That's not random, that's patterned behavior. And it gets stranger. According to data from ESA's Mars Express orbiter, The object's infrared signature suggested localized heating zones, like specific sections of its surface were warming in sequence, not evenly, almost as if something inside was powering up. Loeb didn't say it's alien tech, but he asked what everyone was thinking. If it behaves like a machine, moves like a machine, and glows like burning metal, what are we really looking at? Comets don't fly in straight lines. As they heat up, jets of vapor push them off course, sometimes by hundreds of feet per day. Borisov, our last interstellar visitor, drifted 300 feet daily. Comet Hale-Bopp, one of the biggest ever seen, shifted by about 30. 3i Atlas, 5 feet per day, an error so tiny it's like a plane flying from New York to Tokyo and missing its runway by less than a fingernail. That level of precision looks intentional, like course correction. NASA's silence suddenly feels heavier. So, what did the Mars orbiter actually capture? Leaked stills posted briefly on an astronomy forum show a bright green object moving against the Martian sky. One frame even appears to show a metallic sheen, not rock, but something smooth. Within 2 hours, the post vanished, the user account deleted. A cached version resurfaced briefly on Reddit, only to be removed under copyright claims, filed by an entity linked to the US Department of Commerce, but not NASA. Why would the Commerce Department take down space photos? Coincidence? Maybe. But it happened just as NASA's own communications froze. The timing feels less like bad luck and more like containment. This is where the story turns downright cinematic. When scientists traced 3i Atlas's path backwards, its origin lined up with a region of space near Sagittarius, the same direction from which the 1977 WOW signal came. That was a 72-second burst of radio energy, so strong it made astronomer Jerry Eman scribble WOW on the printout. It was tuned precisely to 1,200 MHz, the hydrogen line, the frequency most scientists believe any intelligent species would use to broadcast across the stars. And now, half a century later, an enormous, precision-moving, chemically bizarre object enters our solar system from the same direction. Could that 1977 signal have been an interstellar ping, and this the reply? Nobody knows, but the math lines up uncannily well. NASA insists the blackout was part of a government funding lapse, but the shutdown happened hours after the leak. Coincidence number 2, thousands of NASA employees sent home mid-mission, unable to publish or respond to the press. Every rover, orbiter, and telescope continuing to collect data with no one allowed to release it. The European Space Agency stepped in, confirming that their orbiters did capture 3i Atlas, but refused to publish details until data review is complete. Meanwhile, the US administration announced new budget cuts, up to 50% in science programs. 20 robotic missions now face early termination. So, is this really about budgets? Or about buying time to decide what to say about what they just found? The scientific community is split. Some, like Jonathan McDowell at Harvard, laugh off alien theories entirely. It's probably a rare comet, he said. Strange, but not impossible. Others aren't so sure. The sheer size, the nickel exhaust, the stability, each could maybe be explained. But all of them together? That's harder. Even more puzzling, some Mars orbiters recorded tiny electromagnetic spikes seconds before the blackout. Just noise or something else? For now, nobody's talking. But whatever NASA knows, it's big enough to keep the world's top space agency offline for over 72 hours. 3i Atlas is now headed toward the far side of the sun. For months, Earth won't have a direct view. If it is a normal comet, it'll reappear on the other side, glowing, spinning, behaving predictably. If not, it might come back where we'd expect it to. And when that happens, if it happens, every telescope on Earth will turn to the same patch of sky. ESA's JUICE mission, orbiting Jupiter's moons, is scheduled to reobserve 3i Atlas by late November. Until then, all we can do is wait and wonder whether those Mars orbiter images were just data noise, or the first clear look at something we were never meant to see. Maybe it's a rock, maybe it's a relic, or maybe, just maybe, it's something made. Whatever 3-Eye Atlas turns out to be, it's already rewritten the rules of what interstellar visitors can look like, and how far humanity will go to keep their secrets. For now, the truth is somewhere between Mars and the Sun, drifting silently through space, waiting for someone brave enough to point a telescope and ask the right question. So, what do you think NASA's hiding? Was 3-Eye Atlas just a strange cosmic coincidence, or something far beyond our understanding? Drop your theories in the comments below, smash that like button if this story left you questioning everything, and make sure you're subscribed, because when the next images surface, we'll be right here breaking it all down first. Until then, keep watching the skies.